Hi everyone. Welcome to Sacred Ceremony Vlogmas, Day 6. It's Monday, December 9th, 2024. I'm going to light a candle, and while I'm doing so, I just invite you to allow yourself to fully arrive. Allow yourself to sink deeply into this moment, this time spent together in sacred ceremony. I'm going to chime us in. Welcome. So we're in December, the last month of the year. And with that, it can stir the feelings and the memories of not only the last year, not only the year that we've had, most definitely that, but I'm feeling prompted to propose or invite us into a space of reflection over the course of our life up till now. If I were to ask you, who has been a consistent, or mostly a consistent, part of your life throughout most of your life? Who has been there through a lot of it, much of it? Your successes and your failures, your insecurities and your confidence, your growth, your sheddings. And you can even allow yourself to go to a place where, who have you fought the most with? Not like fight, but bicker, complain. Who have you loved the most? Who have you fought with the most? Who have you seen the most? Who have you thought about the most? There's so many ways that we could word this to invoke kind of the place where we're being guided today. So if you were to go back on your timeline, conception to birth, and followed your way to another pivotal time in your life when maybe the people in your life changed. Sometimes it's when people get married or have partners and they break away from their family and they start their own families or lives. And again, it's whatever your life has been like. Sometimes it's people who have taken careers or vocations that have led them to other places, and now the people around them are very different. So you go from the conception to birth all the way until all of a sudden there's a time in your life when something changes pretty drastically. And now you are surrounded by other people more often. Doesn't mean those other people are still not in your life. It just means now there are a more consistent presence of other people that you're seeing day to day, you're interacting with more often. So just take a moment to be with that, right? Be with those times in your life where who was in your life the most earlier on? And then up until what point did those people change and now other people entered into your life the most? And who are those people? And sometimes there are divorces or other deaths and other life experiences where, again, there's another time in our life where those people change. So if that happens again, then go ahead and do that again, and do that as many times as you need to start forming these chunks of time where you are acknowledging those consistent people that have been there through a big chunk of time in your life. And just noticing those people that have seen you on your worst days and maybe your best days, have seen the part of you that you present to the world, the public, as well as the parts of you that you keep in your home. And I'm inviting us to do this, to open up the gateways of actually seeing with gratitude and appreciation the people who have been there the most in your life. In today's day and age with social media and a lot of people feeling very displaced from family, feeling very alone, sometimes we can take for granted, but we can just underappreciate and under-acknowledge these people who, through hell and high water, have been pretty consistent players in our life. And we've been most likely pretty consistent players in their life. And that's a big deal. That's worthy of our attention. It's worthy of our acknowledgement and appreciation. Our elder cat, Meow, has been very vocal and very needy and wanting to snuggle, and these can be human players in our life, but it can also be animals. It can also be plant allies. I created the Mushroom Medicine Oracle deck. It can be anything out in nature. Some people connect consistently with the mountains or the oceans or the rivers or the forest and all of nature that grow within those environments. I'm a forest dweller, and so walking in the forest every day as part of my meditation, that's how I started to connect with the mushrooms and the mycelium and the trees. And so wherever you are, consistently, it's like paying respect, acknowledging those that you are seeing consistently and that are showing up for you almost on a daily basis, if not on a daily basis. Who are those for you? And I encourage us to, see with some fresh eyes through our heart, and to maybe notice where we've been hard-headed, stubborn. We've been fixed on things not going the way that we want them to go, and we've been looking at things through the lens of lack. We've been under-appreciating, under-acknowledging. And maybe through this new cleansing of our appreciation and sight, we can choose even just one of those consistent players in your life, human or non, that you would like to write a letter of appreciation to, whether you give it to them or not. It could become a gift. If you were to actually see how long this person or other plant, animal, element has been with you, holding sacred space, witnessing you through all of your life's trials and errors and triumphs, right? Watching as you stumble and fall and get yourself back up and keep going. What would it be like if you set your timer on your phone for 10 minutes after we hang up? 10 minutes. And just start to write a letter of appreciation. So that is a message that is coming through today and during our sacred ceremony time. And something I'm going to do. And imagine, right? So often we think we're only one person. How can one person make a difference? But if you're watching this, and one becomes two. And if someone else is watching it, it gets to be 3 and 4. And if we write a letter of appreciation to even one, if we even write one letter of appreciation, then that doubles again. Right? The one that becomes 2 becomes 4. And we just keep spiraling this appreciation. And we can notice what transforms inside of our minds and hearts and our vision, where maybe we were holding on with bitterness or grudges. Maybe we were fixed on something that one of them did that we didn't appreciate, and we have lost sight of all the other good stuff. Maybe that's been happening. Maybe not. Maybe you're someone who every day really does acknowledge and appreciate those that are in your life. And if so, we can all learn a great deal from you. I personally feel like I can always grow. I can always do better. It always moves my heart to expand into more appreciation. And when we even think about the word appreciate versus depreciate, it means to grow. And actually, I am feeling, to close out, to do, I was going to do the Journey to the Heart book again, but I'm feeling Mark Nepo's Book of Awakening. So I'll go ahead and bring this to my heart as we are looking at how to appreciate those that are in our life the most, those that are a consistent presence. And it's from this place with an open heart and with deep appreciation that we ask the author and the pages of the book and the appreciation in our heart to become one. To merge and imbue wisdom with each other. Help us to appreciate even more. Help us to witness and see who and what are actually here consistently whether they're having a good day or a bad day, whether they're healthy or sick, no matter what's going on in their life and our life. Help us to grow in our appreciation. Okay. And I opened up to September 12th, page 300. An eagle's eye. The vastness of this endless sky is reflected in the corner of an eagle's eye. In just this way, the heart, when lifted up, reflects the universe. As the moon brings sun to those turned from the light, the opened heart brings love to those struggling through darkness. It is important to remember here that the moon is not the source of light, but a reflection. And likewise, as magnificent as the heart is, it is not the source of love, but a conveyor of forces often out of view when we are struggling. I have come to realize that the people I've admired through my life, the ones I've tried to emulate, were all like the moon, appearing in the night. And though I secretly wanted to be like those wonderful people, it was their openness that allowed them to shine in the middle of my darkness. An openness I didn't need to copy or envy, just uncover in myself. I think of my grandmother, whose huge immigrant warmth enabled me to see myself. The way a full moon lets you see your hands in the dark. And there was the one teacher with a golden eye who held truth in the air before our confused young egos, and somehow it relaxed me into finding what really matters. And there was the 70-year-old priest who led my wellness group, so genuine in his love that his heart reflected everything with equal detail and compassion, our pain and grace, our fear and hope, our confusion and certainty. All this to somehow say that to care is to rise above things without leaving them. When we care, we receive the truth that lives beneath words, and the sense of what is too much to say then reflects off our hearts, soothing those around us. Wow. And so we sit with a trusted loved one and describe the heart of someone that we admire. It's kind of like what we're doing today. How have you benefited from this person's grace? Where does this grace live in you? Can you benefit yourself? And we can meditate together on the quality of heart that you admire and invite it to show itself through you. So again, we can meditate together on the quality of heart that you admire and invite it to show itself through you. So we can become what we admire. We can become it. And we can grow more in our appreciation. It's absolutely beautiful. An eagle's eye. Absolutely wonderful. And it's with that, I say thank you for being here. Deeply, truthfully, thank you for being here. I need this. You are giving me a gift with your presence. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow.